Welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss about biomedical waste management. What is biomedical waste management? What is biomedical waste? Biomedical waste refers to the waste generated during the diagnosis, treatment, or immunization of humans or animals, as well as during research activities related to the healthcare. So the effective management of this waste is very critical to protect the public health and prevent environmental contamination and comply with regulatory standards. Let us see the categories of biomedical waste. What are the categories of biomedical waste? So the biomedical waste are generally categorized into human anatomical waste. What is human anatomical waste? Like tissues, organs, and body parts. If the hospital, if the doctor is doing any surgery or cleaning any wounds or infections, okay, the tissues, organs, and the body parts. So these are considered as the human anatomical waste. Animal waste, similar to the human anatomical waste, animal tissues, organs, and carcasses used in research or healthcare. So next category is sharp things like needles, syringes, scalpels, and glasses that can cause injury or infections. Infectious waste, so the materials contaminated with blood like cottons, body fluids, or pathogens. These are all infectious waste. And coming to pharmacy waste, so the expired, unused, or contaminated drugs and vaccines. Chemical waste, some of the disinfectants, heavy metals, and laboratory chemicals, etc. So another general waste or non-hazardous materials like papers, packaging materials, so which are generated in the hospital settings. So these are all several categories of biomedical waste. So it may be infectious, some may be non-infectious, some may be related to pharmacy, and some is related to chemical waste, and others are related to the small instruments like needles, syringes, scalpels, etc. So what are the steps to be followed in order to maintain this biomedical waste without affecting the environmental sustainability? So let us see the steps in biomedical waste management. So the first one is segregation. So first, the waste is segregated at the point of generation based on its category. So different color code containers or bags are used for the segregation or separation of the waste materials. For example, so the yellow baskets or yellow dustbins are used for segregating infectious waste, pathological waste, etc. So and the red ones are used for contaminated recyclable like IV tubes and catheters, etc. So the blue color bins or white color bins are used for collecting glassware materials, metallic sharps, needles, syringes, etc. So the black color ones are used for general waste. Next category is collection and storage. Next step is collection and storage. So the waste are properly labeled containers and bags are used, and temporary storage areas must be very secure and away from the public access. So transportation, waste is transported in leak proof labeled vehicles to treatment facilities, and internal and external transportation must follow safety protocols. Next, treatment. Common treatment methods like incineration. So that is burning waste at high temperature to reduce volume and destroy pathogens. Autoclaving, steam sterilization of infectious waste. And microwaving, using microwave radiation to disinfect waste. And chemical disinfection, treating liquid waste with chemicals like chlorines. And shredding, reducing the volume of waste by cutting it into smaller pieces. So some of the common treatment methods are incineration, autoclaving, microwaving, chemical disinfection and shredding. Then disposal. So the treated waste is disposed of in designated landfill sites. Ash from incineration is handled as per the hazardous waste guidelines. So what are the important thing in biomedical waste management is public health protection. So prevents the spread of infections and diseases like hepatitis, HIV, tuberculosis, etc. And another thing is environmental safety. It should minimizes soil, water and air pollution caused by untreated waste. And compliance with regulations. It should meet national and international standards to avoid legal consequences. And occupational safety. It protects healthcare workers also and on waste handlers from injuries and infections. They are also a human. We should protect them also. Challenges in biomedical waste management. So what are the challenges they are facing in biomedical waste management? Segregation, segregation. So mixing of hazardous and non-hazardous waste. So this will increases risk to handle the waste. And lack of awareness. So the inadequate training of healthcare staffs. So because of the inadequate training, the staff members or not be serious about the segregation of biomedical waste management, and they are not following these protocols. So failure to adhere to prescribed guidelines and standards. So some hospitals are failed to follow the guidelines given by the standards, national and international standards. And high cost associated with waste management systems. So why they are failed to follow it? Because they afford high cost in order for waste management systems. So limited availability of treatment and disposable facilities in some areas. So these are all the challenges in biomedical waste management. So regulatory framework. What the regulatory framework is telling about the biomedical waste management is the WHO guidelines provides global best practices for safe management of healthcare waste. And national regulations, for example in India, the Biomedical Waste Management Rules 2016 amended in 2018 and 19 is it mandates waste segregation, treatment and disposal by healthcare facilities and sets emission standards for incinerators. So what are the best practices can be followed in order to improve the biomedical waste management? Staff training. Regular education on waste segregation and safety protocols can be given for their staff members in order to aware of the what is the effect it will cause by the biomedical waste. And use of personal protective equipments PPE, ensuring all waste handlers use gloves, masks and protective clothings, etc. And routine checks to ensure compliances with management protocols. So monitoring and auditing is very essential in order to maintain the environmental and sustainability. And technological adoption, using advanced treatment methods like plasma pyrolysis. So for coming across the incineration, autoclaving, microwaving, etc., we can also go with some advancement treatment methods like plasma pyrolysis in order to avoid the plastic waste, etc. So, educating the community about the risk associated with improper disposal is main thing. We should educate the public also. So, the public awareness is also a main thing in order to improve the biomedical waste management. Sustainable approaches. What is the sustainable approaches? So, waste minimization. How can we reduce the waste? Reduce the waste, reuse and recycle wherever it is possible. And use eco-friendly alternatives, switching to biodegradable materials for disposables. And energy recovery, using waste to energy technologies like incineration with energy capture, and proper biomedical waste management is essential for safeguarding health, protecting the environment, and achieving sustainability in healthcare operations. Thank you.